Hi, and welcome to Mazal. Let's go. You know, it's very sad that the Mazal class numbers are pathetic. On YouTube, if I make a class on Ger, it gets over 100 hits very quickly, which is not a lot of numbers, but in our little world, it's those are nice numbers. Because you see, there's 100 people waiting for Ger material every day, right? If I do a Mazal class, we get 25. And if people knew what was going on in Mazal class, that wouldn't be the case. They're just convinced that they don't know what Mazal is. It's sad. It's momish sad. Momish is sad. Oh man, what can you say? I know you should call it. We should call it Emunah. I know. All right. Midrash talpiyot Mazal v'suchus. The Midrash talpiyos anaf bani chaye mezonei kasu shari tzedek mai sha'amru chazal bani chaye umezonei lav b'schus talia ele b'mazla. In Mazal, your legacy, children, life, and sustenance is held, and it's not held in merit. Jock, if you behave tomorrow, it will not help in those three things. But if you delve into your Mazal, you will get help in those three things. Type 1. Schus hu based in Shomaila Hanikrayim Elohim. Oh, man, you know, all that research I did on Schus and Chova, who knew there was the very next page? Justin, type 1. So what does it mean, a world governed by schus, by merit and penalty, as opposed to Mazal? It means that which comes to you by basting above is called Elohim, God, or the judge. So if something is held in your merit, then it goes to heavenly court, not Mazal. B'Mazal Talyahu Sfira Shel HaKeser Ekieshi Reitzila Hoylid Banim Al Yidei Hanes. Ooh, Justin Becker, this is hot stuff right here. But if something is of the three is coming to you from Mazal, sons, children, legacy, life, sustenance, right? Banim Chayim Umazon, type 1. So that shefa is held in the sphera of Keser, I shall be that I shall be, when God wants to bring to you children by a miracle, or life, or sustenance more than you're fit. Ad makom tzarich la'alot. Yoter maharui ad makom tzarich la'alot. How you say that? Oh, yedei hanes ola hasi chayim or mazonis yoser maharui ad makom tzarich la'alot. Like, you got to reach a certain place up above. You got to reach. Okay? V'chein tefilas chana al Hashem v'lo amar el Hashem. So you got to daven in a very special way. Chana didn't pray to God. She prayed upon God. You see? It's like a wrestler, pardon me. But when you're going to win, you can't be under the guy in your preparation, right? You got to rise up to the challenge. Have you all felt that feeling of what it's like to rise up over something? You know what I'm saying? You can just kind of puff your chest and elevate. Have you ever had that experience? 1 or 2. In anything. Just when you're not going to be afraid, you take it on, you grab the bull by the horns. That's how you got to be when you stand in prayer to achieve Mazal. You can't be a nebuch in Mazal. You understand that? And when you're being a nebuch, it means you're being judged. When you're in Mazal, you got to go up to God, so to speak. Ki shem ekia hula maila meshem avaya. The name of God I shall be is above Yud-K Vav-K. You got to rise above Teva, Lamala Mina Teva. V'chein mezainis ha-shalcha al Hashem yahivecha Velo amar elashim. When you're asking for your parnasa, you got to go on God for him to give it to you. You can't go to God and ask him. That's why you get a Avodah Zorah. Now do you see where Yashka is a big deal? You see where Yashka comes from? Right there it is, folks. There's Jesus. When you are not prepared to go to God, and you are on God, and you're afraid to go to God, then Shituf comes in because you're afraid, and the Avodah Zorah will give you your Mazal. Type 1, because that's what it is. Right? You're too afraid to go to God, so the Shituf steps in. It becomes Avodah Zorah. What you have to do is rise above even going to God, and you got to rise and just be on God. Do you understand that? You got to really get to God for Mazal to get over Shituf. Type 1. Jock, Justin? You can't how profound this is. So you have a culture that you can't get to God, and then you are afraid to go to God, and then you have a meek civilization where God comes down to you, and that's how you get Shituf. So then you get comfortable not going to God, but God comes to you in a lower form, in an idolatrous form, in a manly form, and gives you your stuff, your mazon, your banim, and your chaim. So it makes very much sense that the nations of the world, Mazal's coming next. So how do you undo Avodah Zarah? How do you undo Shituf? How do you undo trepidation and timidness? You stop thinking that you need to get to God, and you just go upon God. You see what I'm saying? You just get right up next to God. That's the power of prayer. In prayer, we say God is in front of you always. What do you think? Ve'atam ki kula raitzu lahasig dvarim halalu eno yachul lahasig ba'olam hazeh al pi adin b'makom shenikra schus shu based in agado shu mechivun negid hamsayi shehu Hashem. And we don't say to God. The reason that all that want to grasp these things are not able to conceive in this world because of the din in place that is called schus, which is the heavenly court that is shehu mechivun, which is aligned against as an intermediary to God. You see what we're saying here? When you are stuck in earthly pursuits, you're separated from God, and you allow the based in to be an intermediary between you and God, and as you're waiting judgment, then again the lower intermediary comes and hands you your judgment. That gives you your mazel, and you just take what God gives you through Avodah Zarah. That's amazing. Right? It's just you don't complain, and you take what God gives you, and your shefa comes down very watered down. Right? And it comes through Mama Shituf. So you want to get out of schus and chova. You want to get to mazel. You got to stop thinking about if I could only get to God, and you got to just be upon God. That is the power of prayer, the power to recognize God. Then God can give you your shefa, and you can properly bless and thank God and request that God be blessed. Type 1. Hemshech michtav miliyahu advarim amurim legabe hayachid aprat v'hamaskim sham goyin hamachabir hari sha'ala b'yadena v'san deshmai levir shnei gedari hamazal hanimsoyim and hagas v'yom hazeh. Right, so how come some people go by Mazal and some people go by schus and chova? And it is God governs the world in two ways, and whichever way you see God's governing is based on you. So if you're a schus and chova person, that's how you view God. If you're a Mazal person, that's how you view God. So basically, you either understand shituf or you don't. Pure Mazal doesn't have any shituf problem. A shituf problem has a Mazal problem. So if you're not into Mazal, then you're into shituf. If you're into Mazal, then you're not into shituf. Did I say that right? If you're into shituf, you're not into Mazal. If you're into Mazal, you're not into shituf. That concludes there. Next week we'll go into the Geder HaMazal, the Gabe Yomis HaOilam, the parameter of Mazal concerning the nations of the world. Thank you for listening. Be well. And God willing, we'll see you on Thursday for our new class, Discover Torah and Ger. I hope to do Ger and Bris Milah. We'll see how it goes. Thank you. Be well.